Hey you guys, thank you so much for joining in. We got a little bit of rain yesterday, so today I just wanted to show you how to weed your garden to keep your plants healthy. You can see this tomato is just stretching, going crazy, and this other beefsteak is going nuts as well. We've been growing this little plant over the whole winter. You can see the little tomatoes starting right there. We got more flowers, more healthy foliage. We stood up some branches, and I defoliated her quite a bit. Can you tell how much foliage I took off? Well, guess what? Our tomatoes are ripening. I know that fence is really dirty, but do you see how red that tomato is back there? Yep, we're getting tomatoes, you guys. So I'm so happy to show this to you, and we need to keep our garden clean. So you see all those weeds? One way I like to weed my garden a little bit easier is to come in here when my soil's wet. Because what you can do is get these suckers by the bottom of the root. Now you want to hold it. See how that pulls right out? That's how you want to pull your weeds, you guys. The only way to get these suckers not to come back and not to spread seed is to pull them out by that root. And I notice it happens a little easier. You can pull them a little easier when your soil's already wet. And this is going to just help them not to spread seed or create more of a mess here, because we want our tomato plant to be nice and healthy. We don't want any weeds around it, and we want to keep it clean. So we're going to pull some weeds together today. Alright, you guys, so this is pretty bad over here. This is my carrot bed, and my grass is starting to grow into it. So I got my little bucket right here, just a planter, and we're going to weed all this together. We want our snapdragons to be nice and healthy. We don't want any aphid damage on them anymore. You can see they're nice and big. They're blooming. So we got to get in here and weed. And when you go ahead and do this, just make sure you are pulling it by the bottom. See how easy that comes out when the soil's wet? This way that weed is not ever going to come back. You're getting rid of it. And instead of going in here and raking, you can definitely rake your beds out to loosen these little suckers up. But what that's going to do is spread seed around your garden, create more of a problem. You want to get all that grass out of there. You can see I picked it all by the root, and it's not going to come back. We need to get rid of this all by our carrots. Look at this. This is so bad, you guys. My carrots are just surrounded by weeds and dead leaves, so that's no good. Dead leaves really aren't too bad for your beds, but I noticed they just encourage pests to stick around. Leaves will add carbon and nutrients in your soil. They'll start to turn black and break down. See that? So that's actually putting nutrients in your soil. I do leave a few, but I take like clumps and clumps of leaves out. I don't like that around my plants, like around the base, because I feel like it chokes your plant out. And you just want to get them from the root so they don't come back, you guys. And this also helps with allergies. So you want to make sure you don't touch your plant's foliage though. When you're in here and you're weeding when your garden's wet, you don't want to touch your foliage, because what that's going to do is spread that disease all over the place. So you want to make sure you're only touching the ground and the weeds. Now, you can come back in here when your soil is dry and definitely go around the base of your plant. If you have some that are all up in here and you don't want to touch that too much, go in and pick those when it's dry. This way you're just not spreading seed, because look at my hands right now. There's all kinds of stuff on my hands. Bugs, eggs, fungus, I'm sure. So we don't want that getting on our plants. And this also helps with allergies, I notice. If you come out here and just weed, let the rain do it for you. We got some rain last night. It'll really help hold that pollen back for you. So when you're out here, it's not blowing all around the garden. Everything's wet, so it's kind of holding that down for you. You can see we moved over a little bit from where we weeded. Look how much better that looks, you guys. Now this, a squirrel has been getting to. See this? Squirrel's been getting in here and just tearing up my garden. So I have to get in here. This is grass growing into my bed. So I'm going to have to get in here, pull some carrot foliage off, see where it's coming from, clean it up. Don't want to pull too much foliage off your carrots, because then carrots won't grow. Carrots really need a lot of foliage to produce. You can see just how easy all these weeds are coming up. Even grass. Grass you want to get from the bottom. So see how this is? This is like cabbage grass we get here and stuff. You want to get it by the root. Pull it out. Look how much better this looks, you guys. Your carrots are going to be a lot happier in the long run. And you're going to have a lot less diseases and stuff to deal with. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you in the best way possible to keep your garden as healthy as you can. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'd love to help you in any way possible. I'm just gonna go ahead and continue weeding. You wanna get by the base. See, you wanna pull everyone by their base and get them on out of there. And the only way to do this is to get on your hands and knees and pull it out. See? We've done landscape work a lot in the past, landscape transformations, and this was my job. You know, people, I used to help a lot of people by weeding to get this stuff out of here, and guess how I did it? On my hands and knees. Unless we were planting a whole garden bed or a whole transformation, then I would just go ahead and rake that bed out if I didn't have plants already in there. If we were starting on a fresh slate, I'd just go ahead and rake all that soil and pull the weeds up really easily. But if there's plants in here and you're trying to get rid of weeds, you can spray all you want. But if you go ahead and spread that seed and you don't get it by the root, it's gonna come back. They're weeds for a reason. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this helps you with allergies, especially in the summertime. I know I get them really bad here in Florida, and I hope this just helps you in the best way possible to take care of your garden, keep your stuff healthy. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time out in the garden. Bye-bye.